Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Intel team members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base. Be careful down there, boss.
Marker placed.
What happened? Boss!
Find our 2 Intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest. The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open. Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. Clouds approaching.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Intel file obtained.
The target's transmitter. He must have dropped it trying to contact us again. Much time has passed since the transmitter was dropped. He should be close by. I'm updating the target's predicted field of movement. He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination.
Find our 2 intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Stay okay.
Development complete. Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated. Development complete. Please supplies requested. Supply drop complete. The map has been updated.
Find them
Roger that.
Let's come on!
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Okay, subject is in.
Analysis complete.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. We got some information out of that soldier you extracted. His squad was on their way to the encampment to execute our intel team member. We also now know exactly where they're keeping the target. I'm sending the location to your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated our... The map has been updated. Please have supplies requested. Supply drop complete. The map has been updated.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
You have arrived at your destination. Caution, rain. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him? Our man on the run is somewhere in that forest. I've sent his predicted field of movement to your iDroid. Take a good look.
You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
At the base.
Now, rescue the other target.
The
Head for
map
Kaziba camp.
development project has been added. Marker
Boss,
placed.
our man you extracted gave us all the intel he could. He got a lead on what's happening with the CFA. Check it on your iDroid.
Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Kaziba camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
De Zulien. Was een verdachte geleid gehoord. Beweeg. Gaan we zoeken snel. Oor. Er is hier weer begrijp. Wees voorzichtig. Uit.
Supply drop complete.
Zeker, dit is Zulien. Wees heel voorzichtig. Als ik hier niet. Oor. Er is hier weer begrijp. Je terug naar je bos. Oor.
Development project has been cleared. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Clouds approaching. Has infiltrated the map has been updated.
Zie weer, de Julien. Was een verdachte geleid geworden. Beweeg, gaan we zoeken snel. Hoor. Reserveer, begrijp. Wees voorzichtig. Uit.
Marker removed.
Als ik zie niet. Hoor. Reserveer,
The
begrijp.
map
Je terug
has
naar je
been
post.
updated.
Hoor.
Please supplies requested. Development project has been added. Supply drop complete.
Delta 6, wat voor? Kom in, Delta 6. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. have arrived. You have arrived at your destination. Extraction arrived at
That's
Mother
him.
Base.
That's the target. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Please select a landing zone.
The disease was her fault.
Support helicopter requested.
Рассеяние, begrijpt. Wees paraat. Uit.
Over and over. Concern? You think we're angry? The poor bastards from Massa Village will bleed you all dry for this.
Please supplies requested. Vehicle drop complete. Analysis complete.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod.
Please
Have
select
arrived
a
at
landing
LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Please select a landing zone. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Confirmed extraction of both targets. Boss, on behalf of all the Diamond Dogs, thank you.
Warning.
Nice work.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, one of the job offers we received concerns me.
Mission list
There's a PF
updated.
commander who's been talking big about getting into the nuclear arms trade. This could be connected to that yellow cake. And there's another contract I'd like you to handle. It's a wet job, but we need to divert Cypher's attention. Check the mission list for the details.
Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkalobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining two sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was supposed to have abandoned nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, CRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa. And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. If Cypher's involved with nuclear development in South Africa. But how would that fit with their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? We need more information.
Shinkolobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkolobwe mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Shinkolobwe uranium might have been used in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs too. Just hearing its name is like seeing all the phantoms of the war rise up to haunt us. But all the uranium's dried up, and the mine's been closed for years.
So someone reopened it.
Right. Zero-risk security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his tastes somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would zero-risk security do this kind of thing?
Or rather, why were their employers, Cypher, interested in an abandoned mine? They'd be getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite, meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move.
But how would they enrich it at its destination?
Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it?
Having trouble believing it?
No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about.
And this was to test it out?
It's possible. And that would mean it's almost complete.
Rogue Coyote operates mainly out of Africa these days. Of the 3 PFs, they're the smallest. However, they scooped up most of the Rhodesian SAS after the country collapsed 4 years ago. Picture their entire organization as one big special forces unit. With Rhodesia a British colony, the Rhodesian SAS had its origins in 22 SAS Sea Squadron. They started out as a group known as the Southern Rhodesia Volunteers, but in '51 they were incorporated into 22 SAS as members of the British Commonwealth and deployed to fight guerrillas in the Malayan emergency. Even now, 22 SAS keeps the Sea Squadron designation empty in recognition of their service. In a way, you could say the SAS almost makes up the core of Rogue Coyote. Later on, they were bolstered by other talent, including former Celis Scouts and 32 Battalion. These guys are direct descendants of the best special forces in the world. They won't go down without a fight. Don't get careless. Kunganga Mine. A civil war's been going on in that region for the last 20 years. It's being fought by what are now 2 ethnic groups, the Buta and the Mbele. Originally, you could barely tell them apart, but the reason for the current armed conflict goes back to World War I. After the war, their land was colonized by a European power, and it decided to give local control to the Buta. That split the 2 groups into rulers and subjects, laying the foundations for an inevitable civil war. The friction between them remained even after they won independence from Europe. The Buta are holding on to power to this day, and the Mbele rebels continue to fight back. The conflict is funded by locally mined gold, rare metals, diamonds. They've used the money from those to arm themselves, buy oil, and even hire PFs. The Buta administration owns the mining rights to Kunganga Mine. but most of the laborers are Umbele, who they've taken prisoner. The product they've gouged out of their land is bought up by cheap Western corporations. And the civil war is fueled by the profits. That's how it goes. One country's people is split apart by another country. Then the two groups tear up their own land for money in order to fight each other. Now this civil war started by a foreign power is the norm, and it's sucking up all the country's resources. PFs are just the same. They follow the money, taking war with them wherever they go. That goes for us too. It's an endless river of bloody retaliation, and we're standing downstream. Should we make a stand and staunch the flow? Or wade in amongst the corpses and make a bigger splash than the rest? We'll follow your lead, boss.